NYSC was built on 3 tripods: federal, state, and local governments. And apart from that, the services of core members are given to both the private and the public sectors. So for the core members to be properly trained, to be empowered, we have what we call the skill acquisition and entrepreneurship training for our core members, both in camp and post-camp training. For adequate funding and the training of these core members, this fund will come a long way in empowering them, so that apart from the training we are going to give them, at the end of the service year, core members will be given startup capitals. We mobilize as many as 350,000 core members every year. You can imagine the multiplier effect. If all the 350,000 core members are given startup capitals at the end of the service year on the skills they acquired during in the NYSC, they are going to set up their businesses, and they cannot run the businesses alone. So they need to employ other Nigerians to do that. And I can assure you the multiplier effect will be huge. And they are going to take up many Nigerians from the unemployment market. And with this, it is going to address any act of criminality, the issue of banditry, and so on. Because no man that is engaged will go and take up AK-47 to commit crime. And I can assure you, anyway, the core members, with their knowledge, with their passion, their patriotism, they are going to take many Nigerians, millions, out of the unemployment market once given this opportunity. And of course, you know, provision of camps is the responsibility of the states and other services that are supposed to render. We all know the challenges we are facing. Most of the camps need to be renovated, they need to be expanded, because the population explosion. With the trust fund, this can easily be done. On behalf of the management, staff and core members nationwide, thank the members of the National Assembly for showing interest in the NYSC and the sponsor of the bill, and other society groups and other stakeholders for having sponsored this bill. And I also want to appeal to them to follow to a logical conclusion, so that this will come to fruition. I can assure history will never forget them, because once this is done, it's like reinventing the NYSC all over again. Because we know the challenges of funding, the global economic challenge, and Nigeria is not an exception. And once this thing is done, NYSC is like going to be reinvented all over again. And I can assure you, the core members will live to be grateful for this act.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Agonwa. We begin today's episode with an interview with Honorable Mohammed Abdul-Mumin, the Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Youth Development, representing Nasarawa State. He lauds the NYSC for its impact in nation building and fostering national integration. He further pledges the commitment of the legislature to continue to support the NYSC. He has so much to say. Let us meet him. Honorable Abdul-Mumin expressed gratitude to the NYSC for empowering core members to be self-reliant and wealth creators through the NYSC SAID program.
You started the story about how the NYSC introduced a kind of skill acquisitions in the various orientations camp, so as to ensure that the covers are coming out with additional knowledge background that is going to go a long way of helping them to sustain life. We visited several camps, orientations camp dimensions. We met a lot of NYSC's corpers on ground. We interacted with them. There are lots of skill acquisition of different sectors of skills in the camp. When you now look at what they are doing with our interactions with them, it's seriously something that you need to give a kudos to the management of NYSC, because the corpers feel so much reliance, so much belief that even without the white-collar job immediately after they're out of the camp, definitely they have something that they can hang up to ensure that they sustain living and give birth to next generation that can come to their health for better tomorrow.
He further stated that the vast impact of the NYSC cuts across education, healthcare, economics, amongst other key factors in the country.
Without NYSC, giving their own quotas contributions to, you find out that we will have a kind of scarcity of manpower in terms of teaching. NYSC are always there to augment, to ensure they fill in the gap, so that our brothers, sisters at home will now have it. That yes, we don't have mixed these lectures, or we don't have mixed in this classroom and all that. Go to the health sectors. Today, majorities of the hospitals in the various local governments is NYSC are taking care of at least 60% of the hospitals. The manpower in the hospitals, what they call doctors, NYSC are taking almost 60%. You go to a hospital where you see 2-3 doctors in the local government, well, NYSC are 4. Automatically, by my little arithmetics, they are taking 60%. If you look at that contribution alone, you need to know NYSC gives its own best. And with NYSC, we are living at peace, and health-wise, we are getting what is expected of us.
Honorable Abdul highlights the tremendous role of the NYSC in curbing the spread of the COVID-19 virus in the country.
With the coming of these pandemics, we didn't envisage it coming. You can see what NYSC contributed to Nigerians as a nation. Not only in medical attentions, they give their life and their time ensuring that they rescue those victims of the circumstance. That's one. They give their time with the skills they learned in the orientation camp. They now come and produce all these face masks. They invented hand wash machine and all that. NYSC did a lot. It doesn't stop at that. It doesn't. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, he keeps clamoring about we should go back to our father's land, cultivate and get what we can eat. The one that remains, we should give it to our neighboring country in Africa. We can extend by exporting it even to the beloved country. Is that right? NYSC are not left behind. In my local government, in my state, national state, you can see where the NYSC have a very vast farmland. They go in and cultivate.
He further pledges the commitment of the legislature to do all that is necessary to ensure that the NYSC's Trust Fund Bill is passed into law.
The NYSC Trust Funds Bill is a necessity. As it is today, it has passed the first reading, it has passed the second reading. I was in the floor. The bill is now going on to public hearing. They said it closely to us at the committee that it is a bill that we should not joke with. We have to pass it according to the law of, or according to the standing rules of our house, to make sure that the bill will see the light, the bills will see the light of the day. But definitely, the committee is up and doing to ensure that this bill will be in our records, will be in our time, that we pass the bill of NYSC Trust Fund.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
Thank you, Honorable Abdul, and we look forward to the passage of the NYSC Trust Fund Bill into law. We move on to our next story on Mayowa Latifat Abdul Latif. Mayowa is an indigene of Kwara State and a graduate of Uthman Danfodio University in Sokoto State, where she studied computer science. In 2017, she was posted to Edo State for her service here. A fashion and makeup enthusiast, she took full advantage of the NYSC in-camp Said training on makeup artistry and fashion designing. She honed the skills tenaciously and became one of the beneficiaries of the NYSC Graduate Entrepreneurship Fund with support from the Bank of Industries. She is today the owner of Lady May Beauty and has trained and mentored over 500 people in the skill of fashion designing and makeup artistry. Let us meet Mayowa.
My name is Latifa Mayowa Abdul Latif. I'm from Kwara State, of our local government to be precise. I graduated from Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto State, where I studied computer science. I was then mobilized for NYSC in 2017. I was posted to Edo State. Camp was fun. Camp was really fun. I met people from different places. I met people from Edo, people from even northern states, all in Edo, and we coexisted together. I had a very fun camp experience, enlightening one to be precise, and I loved every bit of it. The Said program was particularly one of my highlights. I got to learn a lot. I've been in the fashion industry for a while, even while I was in school, but in NYSC I got to spread my tentacles more. So while in camp, with the Said program, I noticed that NYSC is giving young people the opportunity to become CEOs. They mentioned something about BOI, Graduate Entrepreneurship Fund, and I was very interested in that program. So I made sure to keep up with the program, and in fact it has gotten me to where I am today because I enrolled in the training. I was shortlisted to be one of the people that will go for the 4 days training. Eventually, after the training, I was able to actually get the Graduate Entrepreneurship Fund from BOI. For the BOI program, we had this 4 days training where they coached us about how to be an entrepreneur, what you should do, how you should structure your business plan, how to get your business plans done, how to also get your costing right, how to get a forecast for how the business is going to go. You do like a 3 to 5 years business forecast to know how it's going to be. So yes, after the 4-day program, we wrote a business plan. That was like one of the requirements. And after the business plan, you have a lot of series of sessions with BOI, and eventually they disburse the loan to you based on what you have written. So for mine, aside from the business plan, I actually wrote certain things that I wanted them to do for me. Of course, I had my space already, but then I needed to renew my space. I needed to also get raw materials. What I applied for under BOI was my business that I started a very long time ago, Lady May Beauty. I started in 2012. I started with makeup and anything that has to do with beauty. But then along the line, I fell in love with fashion because my family has been into the fashion business for a very long time. So with the fashion business and with BOI loan, I felt that this is an opportunity for me to expand. So yes, BOI got me they renewed my shop rent. They got me raw materials to make my wares. They got me fabrics. They got me rhinestones. They got me so many things to make sure that the business comes to life. I've actually gotten a lot after the BOI loan. It has made me spread, like I said. At first I had my shop, but now I have a store where my tailors are residing, where we make our products before the end products you're seeing behind me. We make fabrics, we make dresses, the high-end kind of dresses. Then we make simple ready-to-wear dresses like this. Then we also make for brides and grooms. Now with BOI loan, I've been able to push my makeup business to the next level. My makeup game has changed totally. Then the fabrics I design also have changed totally. I have actually moved from the small end to the high scale kind of fashion designing we make at Lady May Beauty, and I've also been able to train a lot of people. We trained up to like 500 people. Aside that, I also had like 2 people that were attached to me to actually mentor, and even till now we have some trainees and other people that are still training under me.
I am Moses Juliana by name. I'm a staff of Lady May. I've learned enough from her, including makeup. I can also do makeup for people. I can do it for myself also. I can embellish fabrics such as ashoke, design clothes, and also I can dress all types of material at all.
I'm learning how to be a professional makeup artist from my madam, from Lady B Beauty. My thought was to be a professional makeup artist, but I'm also learning this also. I'm not here for this, but I'm learning it also because I see that it's very important also. She's a very good madam to me. She's very lovely and kind.
My name is Hamida Abdulatif. I graduated from the University of Ibadan in 2019, after which I was posted to Akwa Ibom State for my NYSC. While there, I also participated in SAID, where I learned photography, and it has actually helped me up my photo skills, which is something I enjoy on a personal level. I want to say thank you to BOI and NYSC for bringing about this amazing initiative. It has really helped us Nigerian youths know that the sky is the limit. There is nothing you cannot achieve with the right dedication, hard work, resilience, and of course, amazing investors behind you that will back your dreams, like BOI and NYSC have done for my sister. Thank you so much. It all started from Lady May Beauty into makeup artistry. We are professional makeup artists. We do makeup, we do gelatin, and anything that has to do with beauty. Then we are Plush Casuals now grew from there. Plush Casuals is a ready-to-wear brand. We do bespoke tailoring. We also do bridals of your outfit. So you can get your ready-to-wear by us, or you can also bring in your fabrics to have them tailored to perfections by Plush Casuals. We design ashoke for bride and groom. We design ashoke for event guests. So you can bring in your ashoke, or you get from us. We design and embellish them to suit your needs, just like what I have behind me here. Then we also make rhinestone motifs. For people that want to get rhinestones, you don't know how to build your rhinestones, we have the motifs and the templates, and that is order made NG. So you can reach us on Instagram. We're on Instagram as Plush Casuals. We're on Instagram as Ashrebiom. We're on Instagram as Lady May Beauty and Made.ng. Reach us on Instagram, then you can reach our contact details are also there on Instagram. I would like to say a big thank you to NYSC and BOI for helping me to actually form my dreams. I'm still growing, I'm still getting there, and with their help I've been able to even make it this far. So I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, from all of us at Lady May Beauty, from all of us at Plush Casuals, Panasheyu by Ashrebiom, May.ng. We say thank you to NYSC and BOI.
That was a beautiful story, just as beautiful as Maiwa. Well done, Maiwa. The National Youth Service Corps continues to connect core entrepreneurs who are committed with viable funding opportunities to achieve their entrepreneurial ambitions. We move on to our next story on Adika Worship, an ex-corps member who during his service year in 2019 in Owu Baptist Day School in Abeokuta, Ogun State. His donation to the school made available potable drinking water to the pupils of the school and the community at large. Prior to his intervention, the pupils of the school had to bring water from homes or go across the streets to get water. Let us go to the school and hear from them.
Mr. Adesina Olugbenga Ademola, to be precise. I happen to be the editor of this school, Owu Baptist Day School, Itayalode, Abeokuta. I got here last year, but before then, the guy has been in the process, the name by Adika Worship, and my predecessor has told me already that there is a copper that's tending to do community projects in our school. And that community project happened to be provision of tap water from our well. And ever since then, we have been making use of the projects for the benefit of our pupils and the neighboring community. Before that well of a thing came into existence, we are thinking of how to get water. In fact, we ask our pupils to bring water from home. And there are even cases where we have our children crossing the other side of the road looking for water. But ever since the time that this young man executed the thing, we have been enjoying it. And for him to have taken that initiative, I want to appreciate him, and I want to pray that God will be with him and follow him wherever he goes. He will always excel in life, and whatever he lays his hand on, he shall prosper in Jesus' name.
My name is Ajayi Rachel. The name of my school is Owu Baptist Day School, Itayalode. On behalf of the whole students in this school, we thank our brother Adika Worship for providing us this water.
When I grow up, I want to be like Brother Adika Worship to give people water.
My name is Ambassador Paul. I'm a pupil from Owu Baptist Day School. I want to appreciate Brother Adika Worship for providing us this water to wash our hands and to use it to flush the toilet. May God bless him to do more.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
It is so good to see the value Adika's Community Development Service project has brought to the school and the community. Stay with us. We would be right back.
On the news today, war against corruption. EFCC seeks core members' support for more enlightenment. The chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Mr. Abdul Rashid Bawa, has appealed to core members to intensify their public sensitization on the dangers of corruption, stressing that the activities of fraudsters gives the country a negative image. Bawa stated this during the signing of a memorandum of understanding with the National Youth Service Corps in Abuja. The anti-corruption Caesar, who added that part of the mandate of the commission was to investigate and prosecute corrupt practices, commended the NYSC and EFCC anti-corruption CDS groups on their sensitization activities towards stemming the tide of corruption in the country. First Lady inaugurates NYSC Ultramodern Mobile Clinic. Free healthcare for indigent Nigerians. Nigeria First Lady Dr. Mrs. Aisha Muhammadu Buhari has inaugurated the NYSC Ultramodern Mobile Clinic that she donated to the scheme during the official flag-off of first quarter 2022 NYSC Health Initiative for Rural Dwellers held at Baduma 2, Guzape, Abuja. She said she had observed with great admiration the critical roles the NYSC played in the efforts to contain the COVID-19 pandemic, especially in the heat of the surge in 2020. Aisha Buhari, who was represented at the event by Dr. Mrs. Tanko Almakora, reiterated her commitment to any cause that will help in the reduction, if not total eradication, of maternal and newborn mortality, as well as avoidable morbidity arising from preventable causes such as obstructed labor, blood loss, high blood pressure, amongst others. The orientation program for the 2022 batch aged from 1 core members have been scheduled to commence in all 37 camps of the scheme nationwide. Registration Wednesday 23rd to Sunday 27th February 2022. Cutoff date midnight Sunday 27th February 2022. Swearing in ceremony Tuesday 1st March 2022. Closing ceremony Tuesday 15th March 2022. The Director General National Youth Service Corps, Major General Shwahib Ibrahim, management and staff of the scheme heartily congratulates the prospective corps members, PCMs, for being qualified to be called up for service by the nation. As you step on the threshold to serve our dear fatherland, you are enjoined to be very cautious of your personal security at all times. As you travel to the 37 NYSC orientation camps, any journey that would take you beyond 6 p.m. should be broken. You can take shelter in NYSC orientation camp, police and military formations. Board vehicles only from recognized motor parks. Avoid lifts from unknown persons and never board vehicles by the roadside. While in camp, please abide by all the rules and regulations guiding the orientation camp and equally ensure a participatory camp life. The management and staff of the scheme wish you a resoundingly successful orientation course and a rewarding service year. Signed, Management.
Welcome back. And thank you for joining us on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. You know that we always love to hear from you. Please write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and we would write back. Remember, the safety of corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Agonwa. Stay safe.
You